In today's video, I'm going to be doing my round 6 SuperCoach team, but first we need to get into a round 5 review. I ended up getting a top 17% score. I think that's not bad, especially considering how many injuries there were this week. I only had 2 injuries, which were Liam Henry and Ruben Garrick, but some people who loaded up on Roosters plays might have had Teddy, might have had Dom Young, and then also most people have Liam Henry. So some people definitely had it worse than me. I think I got a bit lucky this week. So I'll just take a top 17% score. And it's another green arrow. I moved up the rankings a little bit. So hopefully we can keep the consistent green arrows going. That's my 4th one in a row. Hookers, Appy did pretty well considering he was injured and wasn't goal kicking. He got a nice little try assist as well. I'll take 60 points from him every day. And he probably would have got 70 if he was goal kicking. Danny Levi, he just keeps getting attacking stats. I said it last week. He is like the Wade Egan of last year. Doesn't have a particularly good base, but he just keeps on getting attacking stats. So, attacking stats are basically his base stats. He has 4 tries in 5 games. And against the Titans this week, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets another try. Max King, I would definitely recommend him as a front rower if you're looking to upgrade one. There's not too many consistent ones out there, and his work rate is incredible. He's got 2 70-point scores in a row, and when he gets to minutes, he's really solid. Terrell May apparently missed a bus and was super late to training, so that's why I only played 20 minutes. Hopefully he plays a bit more minutes than that this week. But it's basically different every week, the Roosters front row rotation. I don't know what Trent Robinson's doing. Hopefully, he's just getting a look at people, and maybe later on in the season he might just stick with one, but I think that's a little bit unlikely. And then Sam Hughes and Liam Henry, I don't know a single person that would have played Sam Hughes. If you did, you're very brave. He ended up scoring a try and honestly had a good work rate for the amount of minutes he played. So he's making that cash back that he would have dropped last week. And then Liam Henry, even if his break-even's a bit higher next week because of his -1, he's still made 100k. He's one of the best cheapies in SuperCoach so far this year, especially with how many limited cheapies there were this year. This year was one of the worst year for SuperCoach cheapies, and Liam Henry's ended up being one of the best out of that pack. Second row forwards, I'm really pleased with how my 3 starters went. And then I have some slow burners on my bench who are just sitting there slowly making cash. Joe Chen, I think he's just going to round up being enough now. Maybe another cheapie who has long-term job security will come along. But at the moment, it's just looking like he's going to be enough. And then Fordo had another try. He just keeps on getting tries. And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets more tries, especially with the Warriors draw opening up. And then my 2 English internationals, KPP and Morgan Smithies, both were very impressive. KPP would have been tough in those swimming pool-like conditions, and Smithies ended up playing 80 minutes and scoring a solid 69 points. Halfbacks, Nico Hines, Sean Johnson, I've been tossing up all week because I have the money to go up to a Jerome Hughes. I don't know who to get. I want you guys to comment down below who you think I should get. At the moment, I think I would prefer SJ because he's a goal kicker and his next 3 games are Manly at home. I think that's a pretty good matchup for him. And then he has the Dragons and the Titans at home. So those are pretty good games for him. So comment down below who you think's better. For SuperCoach, I think Hughes might be better long term, but I just want a quick swap back to Cleary. And I think SJ will be that. 5'8", still Brown. He hasn't cracked 60 yet this year, but it's not really his fault. Halfback isn't his main position. He's now having to set up more plays, get a lot more involved. He's a ball running half, not too much of a kicker in a setup play half. So hopefully Mitch Moses, when he comes back, he should be able to help Dylan Brown a little bit. Maybe Dejan Arce can do that this week, but Dylan Brown, 55, considering his team scored 2 tries and he got a try assist. Hopefully it's going up from here for Dylan Brown. If not, Tamare Martin, another player, if he rounds up getting like another good score, he got 98 last week. I think he's looking at a negative 25 break even. So maybe if he kills it again and Dylan Brown has another like sub 50 game, then I'll probably might have a look at that. And then Galvin's still suspended for that hip drop tackle, so don't play him this week. Kind of stinks because he still has a really low break even, and like everyone's plans for him are going to have to wait an extra 2 weeks. Wingers and centers, this is where my other 2 trades have came in. I've been burning through trades a lot. I think it's just to set me up for the future right here. James Skrilla is one of my trades. He got 112, which is huge. I think he had a try contribution, 3 line breaks, a try assist, and a try. Heaps of run meters, over 230 run meters, and I think he had around 10 or so tackles. So not a bad base, and he's got the Titans this week, which is just going to be a solid matchup for him, especially with a negative 117 break even. If he hits his projected score, which is 50, he's going to make 140k, which means even if he gets like 30 points, which I think is unlikely that he gets that low of a score, but that's just nuts. Like if he gets a low score, he's still going to get 100k. Ruben Garrick, I'll definitely be holding him at the moment. He's only out for the 1 week with that concussion, I'm pretty sure. And he's coming back strong in round 7 with a game against the Titans, which is really solid. Right below him on my bench, KL Iro. This is really, like, it's not a trade I necessarily have to do this week, and it's not a trade you have to do either. It's just that they're playing the Rabbitohs this week. He almost got a ton in his game against the Raiders last round. Well, not last round, 2 rounds ago, because he was on a bye. And I think he can get another solid score against the Rabbitohs, who have been leaking so much points to outside backs and just backs in general. So I think he's going to be really solid. Dom Young, if you're looking for some options for him, I might just go over here. At the moment, like number 1 on my list, I'm not a Dom Young owner. But if you are, I reckon Joey Manu. If you don't already have Val Holmes, like if you can get Val Holmes, I reckon you should do it. If you can afford him, I'm saying you should do it. Not like you don't have to ruin your team, try to get Val Holmes in. But Joey Manu's a good option. So is Matt Tomoko against the Titans this week, but I feel like he can be a little bit inconsistent. Hammer, I wouldn't recommend. Maybe even to a Vastashek. He's so well owned, but if you don't have him already, you could bring him in. And then, yeah, that's basically options. Zach Lomax might not even. He might be an okay option. And then if you want to go a massive point of difference, Dallin Watene-Selesniak, his draw really opens up. He's another solid play that you could sell for Dom Young. So there's plenty of options that I just named. And if you want someone else, just go look through some center wingers. But there's heaps of options, which is good for Dom Young owners. And now my fullbacks. This is probably the best part of my team at the moment. If there was one thing I could change about them, it would be to bring in Scotty Drinkwater, but I just got to be patient with Ponga and Turbo. The reason why I like having them in my team is because they can turn up any day. If they turn up at their best, they are the 2 best players in the comp. And they both turned up, which I'm so happy about. I held them for so long and it finally paid off, especially since Ponga's game was in such bad conditions. I reckon him and Drinkwater are the fullbacks to have, and then Turbo's probably the number 3 fullback in SuperCoach at the moment. So that'll be it for this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment below whether you want Sean Johnson or Jerome Hughes. I'm kind of just stuck in between those 2 options and I want to hear your guys' thoughts. That'll be it for this video.